All right, let's have some fun and build a first-time ticket buyer report inside UpStage. Now, to give you an idea of just how straightforward and easy this is, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to create an analytics report, which in our system will allow you to choose different date ranges to filter when a transaction happened or when a transaction didn't happen. And we're going to give it a real simple name and say first-time ticket buyers. And I'm going to imagine that this is only going to be used for an email campaign. So all I really need is just to pull in someone's first name and last name. And then I'm going to pull in the primary email address. I don't need to worry about any kind of household or company information right now. And then down in transaction data, here's where I'm going to tell the system I want to show everyone who purchased event tickets. I'm going to remove a lot of my transaction information here because I really don't need it as part of my output that I'm going to send to Mailchimp eventually. So I'm going to take out some of this benefit information. And then I'm going to narrow things down just a little bit here and say I only want to show ticket buyers who purchased tickets for this modern dance recital. So now the fun part starts. We're going to tell the system I want to only show people who purchased a ticket between January 1st and January 16th of 2025, but did not purchase a ticket between January 1st, 2014, all the way through December 31st, 2024. So that's going to be as far back in my database as I'm going to assume that I have data. And then it'll be seamless between the end and beginning date for did not to did buy. So tell the system to go ahead and hop on making that report, and it'll take just a second, and boom, there it is. Now, here's where things get even more fun. I can take this entire list and I can click this little Mailchimp button and I can push this directly into my Mailchimp account. I'm going to tell the system to include first name and last name. I'm going to pick the audience it's going to go to, and I can assign a brand new tag that will get pushed and created inside Mailchimp, or I can select from existing tags already in Mailchimp. And then once I tell the system to either update or not update anyone who's already on my list, the system does its thing and you are good to go. You've got a ready-made first-time buyer segment for that one specific event waiting for you in Mailchimp to reach out to those patrons to deliver whatever message that you need. Now, let's go back and have a little bit more fun. Let's say I want to take this list, but I want to narrow it down and send different messages to different types of buyers. Now, I can start to create any number or combinations of filters that I want. Like, let's use the ticket total amount. So let's say I only want to show ticket buyers who had spent more than $50. The report didn't have to run again. It just automatically filters it right down to that level. And let's say I wanted to do this and only include people who had ticket types from a certain area in the hall. Or if I had added zip codes, I could actually say only from certain zip codes. I could even do combinations between spent more than $50 but less than $250. There's no end to the combinations that you can put in place here. And when you've got a filtered result, if I were to go up and do that Mailchimp export again, the system is only going to send over the patrons that are in this filtered output. I can also do things like export to a CSV file, and even if I had a whole bunch of names on my list and I've got all my filtering in place, but I find maybe just a few that I don't want to include, I can just manually remove those individuals from the list as well. But that's how simple it is to do these reports inside UpStage. I could go back and, for example, every week, let's say I want to be able to pull out the list of new ticket buyers, I can just change this to and from date range. And if I wanted to get really particular, I can even create multiple purchased within or did not purchase within date ranges. So there's really no end to the kind of combinations and just how far down you can drill into the data, and that's all the effort it takes.